Guys, good morning. This is a continuation of what I started yesterday about 21st century learning. So, please stay up to the end of this live because I have questions along the way, and you need to type your answers in the chat box. Okay, simple questions only. The moment I ask the questions, type it in the chat box. So though it's recorded, but of course, since we are online, I mean live, I mean you're in the Google Classroom, so I will get your answers later in the chat box. So let me start with 21st century learning, 21st century education. Before we go further about the 21st century learning, we need to have the background of the 21st century education. I mean 21st century learning. Okay, so what is 21st century learning? When you hear that question, please type in the chat box your idea. Okay, your idea about this. What is 21st century learning? You can write one, two, three sentences there or one sentence. It's up to you as you answer that question. What comes to your mind when you hear that question? What is 21st century learning? Okay, type it. 10. Very simple answer only. I don't need one paragraph. No. The very first thing that comes to your mind when you hear that question, what is 21st century learning? You type it right now. 10, 9, 8, 7. Okay, you can put it there. Okay, so I will get your answers later. So when we say 21st century education, education in general, not only teaching, not only learning, but in general, it's education. Andon na yung teaching, andon na yung learning. So it breaks the mold. What do we mean by that? It breaks the mold. It is flexible. It is creative, challenging, and complex. Yes, actually, you are in the 21st century education. Okay, though you are not 21st century learners, the real 21st century learners, but you are now living the life, okay, of the 21st century education. So it addresses a rapidly changing world filled with fantastic new problems as well as exciting new possibilities. So take note of that. That is kind of exciting to hear since you are here right now in the new normal education. This is the moment of 21st century education. Okay, and then you have here, sorry, hindi lang. 21st century characteristics, ang dami. So learner-centered, diverse, media-driven, personalized, transfer by design, adaptable, data. So data rich. So ang dami. So the characteristics. So if you are going to look at each of the characteristics, you can say that wow, I am experiencing them now. So right now, question number 2. Please type in the chat box. Can you give me 3 characteristics of 21st century na wala dira sa screen na you are experiencing now? Do you think it's the 21st century characteristic that you are experiencing now, that you are living right now? So, three characteristics na hindi nyo makita dyan. So, what can you say? Anything that comes to your mind. Okay, that you are experiencing now during the new normal education, because if you are going to look at it, this is really 21st century learning. This is the way of 21st century learning. Okay, type in the chat box now. Three characteristics that you are living right now. Before we proceed, I will really get your answers, guys. Though this video is recorded, but of course I'm just behind it. Okay, I mean behind the video. Okay, I will look at your what's this answer. All right, so thank you so much. Now let's understand the 21st century learning. So I gave you the background of the 21st education in general. That's in general the broad aspect of it. And now let us see the learning. To be specific, let's discuss the learning. The understanding 21st century learning. So 21st, we have two columns there, the 21st century skills and the instruction. So the first skill is critical thinking and problem solving. So critical and problem solving. Teacher poses a problem and asks students to solve it or research for answers. I think you are experiencing them now. The teachers keep on asking these questions or will give you a problem, and you are going to research, okay, a solution, or you are going to investigate that certain problem, because the skill that needs to be developed there from you or from the learners is the critical thinking and problem solving. Okay, so when the student is researching, investigating, experimenting, or dealing or digging for the answer or a solution of a problem, that is, or you are expanding or you are developing your critical thinking and problem solving. Okay, the second skill, communication. So instruction. So what is the teacher's way of dealing with this communication skill? So teacher raises an issue or topic and students express their ideas with varied media. Okay, when the teacher asks you to do something, to report or to say something or to have a video presentation on this or to tell your idea about the matter, that is keeping or developing your communication, because you have to do it to communicate. You have to express your unique idea, okay, or unique what's this perception or idea or thought about the raising about the issue given. So that's communication. And then we have here collaboration. So collaboration, the third skill that to be developed in the 21st century learning is collaboration. So when we say collaboration, what is the teacher's way or the instruction? What's the teacher's instruction here? The teacher provides the learners with a task and allow them to work in groups. So that's collaboration. So if you see the teachers are letting you do something by group, there's a collaboration because you need to collab with the other members in the group. So that's collaboration. Okay, so in the collaboration, you are really actually developing the communication skill there, because you need to talk, you need to collaborate, you need to communicate with the other members of the group. And then of the fourth century skill, 21st century skill, is creativity. So creativity, the teacher presents a challenge and the students design a solution or an innovation. So you are given again a problem or challenge, and then you are challenged to do uh, to or to have the task to solve it. Okay? Or to find a solution. So parang andun din nalabas din yung critical thinking and problem solving ninyo. So take note of that. These are the 21st century learning skills. Okay? Century skills na dapat i-develop sa student or sa learners. Then, 21st century learning. As you can see, success in the 21st century requires knowing how to learn. Requires knowing how to learn. Not only what to learn, but how to learn. So students are currently more likely to have several careers in their lifetime. This requires them to develop strong critical and interpersonal communication skills in order to be successful in a complex world. So technology provides 24/7 access to information. So, well, we have the internet for 24 hours. We can research for 24 hours if we want. So constant social interaction and easily created and shared digital content. So it's very easy to share digital content nowadays or in the 21st century learning. Okay, because of the help of the technology. Okay, let us do away from negativities now. Why we are adjusting and it's too hard. We have to embrace it. We are living in this 21st century world. Okay. Educators can use technology to create an engaging and personalized environment to meet the emerging educational needs of the current generation. Learning no longer needs to be a one size fits all or situated only in the classroom. Yes, not only in the classroom. There are things now the teachers let you to do, and you need to go out and do things outside, mingle, research, talk to people. So these are the things that you need to do. Okay? The opportunities provided by technology should be used to reimagine 21st century education, focusing on preparing students to be learners for life. Okay, question number three. Question number three. Ano yung pinaka-latest na pinagawa ng teacher na you need to go out or you do it outside the classroom? Okay, but of course, sa school, ano yung pina-require? What is that something that required by the teacher for you to do outside the classroom? Or you really have to go out. You really have to explore. You really have to venture. What is that? Please type it in the chat box. That's number three. Okay? Lagyan nyo lang po ng number. Number three. What is that? Type it in the chat box now po. Now. Okay, just make it very easy and very simple. So let's proceed. Sige, I will wait. Okay, so let's proceed. Thank you so much for sending your answer. So digital learning, digital literacy, so functional skills, creativity. When you do your video lesson, your video presentation, and when you do your PowerPoint presentation or your report, because you need to report online, you need creativity, critical thinking and evaluation, cultural and social understanding, collaboration is very important. The ability to find and select information. There is a lot of information online or available online. So you have to bring out your ability to find and select them, or find and select the appropriate information. Okay? Or the information that you really need and your other learners need. Effective communication, safety, electronic safety. Okay, so this is the digital literacy. If you know these things, if you know your limit about these things, you are digital literate. Okay, you are being creative, you have this critical thinking, and you know how to evaluate things, or you evaluate things. Cultural and social understanding. Okay, you understand that these people do not have the access of this, so you understand how they are going to deal with such thing. The ability to find and select information, dili like basta-basta gather information. Effective communication, safety. Of course, you have to think first before you click your finger in posting something, diba? That's the code. And functional skills. All right. So now, the difference a century makes. So, ano kaya ang magawa niya? Okay? So, the difference a century make. Comparing the 19th and 20th century with the 21st century. Comparing the 19th and 20th century with the 21st century. So we have here the 19th and 20th century, and then we have here the 21st century. information. So, in the 19th and 20th, limited print access. Okay, I can tell because I really experienced that. In the 21st century, of course, unlimited information online, and that's good. But we are so lucky to have such thing. Facts and info are spoon-fed. See? Facts and info are spoon-fed. In the 21st century, discovery, inquire, approach. Okay, you need to discover kasi nga you have to develop your critical thinking and problem-solving skill. Then we have pencil, pen, paper, and word processor. Then powerful multimedia tools for the 21st century. For the 19th or for the old century, we have the textbook as primary source. In the 21st century, we have multiple sources, mostly visual, electronic, and you are experiencing them now in our new normal education. Teacher, evaluate and assess. Sa old century, sa previous century. In the 21st century, teacher, frame and guide. Okay. Sa previous century, goal, master facts and content. Sa 21st century, goal, learn skills and problem solving. In the previous century, learning content that may not be used in life. That's the sad thing. Sa amin noon sa math, ang daming pinagawa, pero ngayon hindi naman na-apply. Walang na-apply. Simple addition and multiplication, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and addition. Ang daming ginagawa noon na hindi na-apply in real life. Pero dito, evaluation skills for lifelong learning. So there are activities or there is a curriculum that the teachers or the institution need to follow para sa skills ng learners. Okay? Alright. So, yun lang ang first. Ito lang yung first video. Actually, may second video. I'm going to, hindi ko siya habaan. Okay? Hindi ko siya hahabaan. Ngayon lang. So, can you number 4 question, guys? May second video pa tayo. You just have to, I will just send you even when it's ready. By the way, guys, 4th question. Without copying any words from our presentation a while ago, in your own words lang talaga, after hearing those. Kasi I ask you a question, what is 21st century learning? Now, 4th question, I have to give you back the question. What is 21st century learning? So, pwede nyo nang madagdagan yung sagot nyo kanina. Ano ngayon yung kaalaman nyo? Ano ngayon yung nadadagdagan? So, you can give me 1 paragraph for this one. Okay? So, the chat box will be open for you. I will give you 10 minutes before I close this session. So, I'll give you 10 minutes to type your answer in the chat box and I will close the session. Okay, guys, so thank you so much. And I will give you the second video. I will just inform you when it's ready. Okay? So thank you so much, guys. I will not close the Google Classroom yet because I have to wait for your answer. Okay? So 10 minutes start now.